You're 3 years old and you've just been kidnapped by a priest. Well, not quite, but you have just been selected as the next royal Kumari, and your entire life just did a 180. In Kathmandu, Nepal, they put out a call for the next Kumari, a living representation of the goddess Taleha. Your parents take you down to the temple where a priest inspects your body for 32 physical perfections, including thighs like a deer, chest like a lion, voice as soft as a duck, body formed like a sapacha leaf, and neck like a conch shell. Are they looking for a chimera? Your temperament is calm and fearless, exactly what they're looking for. And apparently you fit the other criteria, so they put a tilak on your head and begin tantric rituals to cleanse you of your old life and invoke the spirit of the goddess within you. You are then dressed in red and gold, and a white cloth is laid beneath your feet for you to walk across the palace square to the goddess home, for your feet are not allowed to touch the ground. Now that you are a royal Kumari, you are a bridge between humans and the divine. Everything you do is seen as sacred. Crying equals misfortune for Nepal. Laughter equals calamity or death. A smile or gaze could be a blessing. A serious face means many prayers have been answered. Since everything you do is under scrutiny, you are encouraged to be as stoic as possible, and under no circumstances are you allowed to speak, especially in public. Which should be easy because you only go out in public 7 to 10 times a year for sacred festivals. During these festivals, you are carried on a throne because remember, your feet cannot touch the ground. Devotees give you offerings such as flowers, money, or food. The only thing is, if a Kumari picks at an offering of food, that is seen as imminent financial loss to that devotee. It may be better to just offer flowers or money. If you only leave the house 7 times a year, what are you doing every day? Well, you wake up early in the morning to marinate in your purification bath of milk, curd, honey, ghee, and sugar. Don't worry, you aren't being turned into a cake. Your caretakers are just making sure the spirit of the goddess stays in your body. The priest leads you through worship and prayer, and you are garbed in your usual red attire with gold accessories. The holy Agni or fire eye is painted on your forehead for spiritual insight or divine perception. At 9 a.m., your devotees start to line up outside the temple for your blessing. They wait hours to watch you peer down from the second floor window. You are to be totally silent and non-expressive. And your devotees also cannot speak to you, for seeing you is blessing enough. Don't forget to not display any emotion, no crying, no laughing, no smiling, no semblance of being a human being. At noon, it's time for you to use your brain. A private tutor comes to ensure you are learning the same curriculum as students your age, since you are not allowed to go to school or make any friends. You're lucky because Kumaris before you were considered omnipotent and didn't receive any schooling until the Supreme Court was summoned. After studies, it's dinner time. A strict vegetarian meal is prepared with holy intentions, and you eat that meal alone, away from everyone else. After your lonely meal, you can quietly play with the children of your caretakers, and sometimes your siblings, if you are the Kumari of Patan. Outside of your holy room, your feet cannot touch the ground, so your caretakers carry you around the temple. If your feet do happen to touch the ground, especially outside the temple, the spirit of the goddess will leave your body immediately, and you will cease to be the Kumari. You miss your family. As the royal Kumari, you are not able to see them. There are 10 total Kumari around Nepal at a time, and your rank is the highest and the strictest. The Kumari in the town over is able to have weekly visits with their parents and siblings, while others live at home with their families who are to wait on them hand and foot, day in and day out. Aside from the differences, like the other Kumari, your parents also had to quit their jobs to support your role as Kumari. Your reign lasts from 2 years old until you reach your period. The second a drop of blood falls, you are publicly ejected out the palace for the new Kumari. Holy walk of shame. You are 12 years old. You are now thrust back into society. Talk about a culture shock. The streets of Kathmandu are loud and crowded. People walk past you without a second glance. And as you walk home with your family, your legs struggle to do what your brain expects of them. You miss being carried around. When you get home, you share a room with your siblings. There is no holy bath or fussing over what you must eat. You are now one of 3, and now your family has to figure out how to make an income since they all had to quit their jobs to tend to your needs as Kumari. At school, there are children everywhere. You've never seen so many of them, and you have to learn how to connect with them. The students are curious about your former life, but you struggle to speak for long periods of time since you probably spoke 10 times in the last 10 years. After high school, you're a little more accumulated into society, and you can finally walk a good distance without getting winded. You think about starting a family of your own, but you find it hard to date since it is believed that whoever marries a Kumari will die young. So you fill your life with other things until someone is brave enough to risk their life to be with you. There is a lot of controversy about the Kumari tradition. Human rights activists deem it mentally and emotionally damaging for children and sees it as a form of child labor. Interviews with former Kumaris say the opposite. They've enjoyed their time as a goddess and they miss it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and engage with me below. Thank you.